Okay, welcome to Module 2 of the Select and Use Hand Tools. So, selecting tools for the task. All hand tools are designed to be used for a particular job. Once you have identified the requirements for the task to be undertaken, you need to select the hand tools most appropriate to the task. There are several types of hand tools that we use, and the table in your book shows some of the hand tools. So we have things called bolt cutters, we have wire cutters, we have axes, we have hacksaws, we have hand saws, and we have things called retractable cutters. We also have spanners, we have things called tightening tools, which are screwdrivers, wrenches and pliers. We have common hand tools, which are files, chisels and hammers. And we have measuring tools, which are measuring tapes and or spirit levels. We have common hand tools as well, which are for digging and levering, which are mattocks, picks, pinch bars, crowbars, shades, shovels, spades, hand augers, rakes and sledgehammers. And we also have things to secure or clamp tools. So we have a thing called a G-clamp, and we have another thing called a vice, to name a few. Common hand tools. In order to select the appropriate hand tools for a particular task, it is important that you have a good understanding of each hand tool and its application. Understanding a hand tool's application may include being aware of its intended uses and also how it can be applied to the task required on your work site. If you're unsure about the function of a specific tool, you should ask your supervisor and or an experienced worker. Okay, checking hand tools before use. Before using any hand tool, you need to make sure that they are in a safe working order. Check for obvious signs of damage or wear, including you check the condition of a hacksaw blade before using it. Check for splits, cracks in wooden handles of sledgehammers, axes or shovels. Check the head of the hammer is securely fastened to the handle. Check the electrical safety inspection tag for currency. Check for any equipment defect identification tag. Conduct an assessment of condition and hazards and determination of the work requirements. If you find a fault or defect with the tools and equipment, you will need to record and report it in accordance with your worksite or organisational requirements. If you use your own tools, you will need to check over them regularly and replace any defective equipment before starting work. You will also need to make sure that you're using the particular tool you have selected will not cause a hazard because of the working conditions. For example, it may not be appropriate to be slinging a sledgehammer when there is somebody working in very close proximity to you. Where possible, you need to isolate your work environment while using any tools for your own safety and the safety of others around you. Clamp or fix materials into position. Once you are ready to begin work, you may need to clamp or fix the materials you are working into position. Materials that commonly require fixing into position include wood, metal, plastic. Okay, clamping or fixing materials into position. Materials must be securely secured by way of a clamp, vice or other material as required. When selecting a clamp to secure materials, you will need to consider, is the clamp strong enough for the task? Will the clamp damage the material? It is important to fix these materials into position to avoid mishaps while using hand tools and to efficiently complete the task. Other materials such as rock and concrete may be commonly used within your industry. The materials you will be working with may vary depending on the area of the industry you are working in. It is important that you ensure you are comfortable working with the materials that are commonly found on your work site. Hand tools. Once the materials are fixed in a position as required, you can use the specific hand tool safely and effectively to complete the required task. All hand tools must be used in accordance with the manufacturer's specifications for the particular tool. This includes taking note of technical capabilities and limitations of the tools in use. In other words, tools need to be used for the tasks that they were designed for. Safe and effective use of hand tools. Using hand tools properly will keep them in good condition and will help you to complete the task safely and efficiently without incident. Pay attention to what you are doing. It can be very easy to injure yourself by being careless or trying to take shortcuts. Some of the things you need to consider for the safe and effective use in hand tools include: 1. You've got to think about your body. Are you in a comfortable position? Are you trying to shift or move loads of materials that are too heavy? Are you stretching or straining to hold materials or tools in the correct position? Second thing is, you've got to think about your task. Does the job seem too difficult? Have you selected the right type of tool to do it? And thirdly, you've got to think about taking your time. You don't rush, or you may find yourself rushing to the hospital. Safe and effective use of hand tools. You have to confirm your requirements. You have to know, do you know what you're doing? Could you hurt yourself or damage something by doing the job the wrong way? You have to get help when you need it. Ask somebody to lend a hand for a couple of minutes. Could save you time and help you get the job done properly. In some situations, you may find yourself trying to take a shortcut by using whatever tool is in your hand instead of making an effort to source the right one. This is a bad habit to get into and may lead to accidental damage to the tool or material or injury to yourself or others. The main thing to remember when using hand tools is to use the correct tools that are designed for the task you are completing. Safe tool storage. Whenever you are not using a hand tool, it should be placed out of the way in a designated place. This will not only ensure that the tool will not cause any hazard for you or anyone else, but will allow you and others to be able to locate the tools when required. Commonly, this would mean putting them back into a toolbox or on a rack or bench where they are normally stored. That is the end of Module 2. We're going to move to the second assessment and complete the task there. If you need any further information, can you refer back to the Module 2 learning book.